Hello, and welcome to Twin Study After Dark. I'm your host, Sallie, joined by my co-host, Katie. We're identical twin sisters. We invite you to join us as we investigate our similarities and differences in all things life has to offer. Hi, everyone, and welcome to this week's Twin Study After Dark. I'm your host, Sallie.
And I'm your other host, Katie.
Okay, so we have a confession to make. We are very, very new at this video recording, and we tried to use certain microphones, and we were silly, and we didn't test them beforehand, and when we listened back to our episode, it was so muffled. So we are doing a different episode right now than what we had recorded, but our last episode, I don't want to say it just in case we do put it out there, but we did address some questions people had from the previous episode about body positivity or body insecurities and plastic surgery. So I am going to try to at least get that portion out so that people get answers to their questions.
Yes, even if we have to just release the video via Instagram or something.
Yeah, and it's going to be shitty. Just don't judge us.
Yeah, and then we'll figure out that whole process eventually, but there's a learning curve here.
Yeah, we're not masters of this or anything, and neither is my husband. So, first of all, I want to give love to everyone that is being affected by the eclipse season.
Okay, so Sallie has been deeply impacted.
Oh my God, this week.
This could be an episode because...
Okay, debatable topic. Does the eclipse season suck? Because my eclipse season has been horrible. Every single day, I'm not even kidding you.
What has happened?
Okay, so let me tell you about just one day in particular.
Sum up in 5 bullet points.
Okay. Forgot the bag, so I take the twins to swim lessons. Forgot their bag. Adam and I get in a fight on the way. Scott goes to gymnastics, jumps into the foam pit, hits the back of his head on the edge, has to go to the ER and get staples put in.
Yeah.
There was so much that went on that day that was just terrible.
The whole day
I was forgetting things. Oh, our dog ran away.
And speaking of dogs running away from you, mine did this morning.
Yeah, because it's eclipse season.
And it was terrible.
Okay, my dog is on the neighborhood Facebook post 3 times. 3 times, people. I know. They all hate me. They probably hate me. But anyway, the whole day.
But, get over it. This is a safe neighborhood.
Also, everybody knows it's my dog, so stop taking pictures and just bring it to my door.
Yeah.
But anyway, no, there was just so many things that, one day, I swear everything went wrong. Yeah. Oh my God, we went to bed and at 3 a.m. our fire alarm goes off in our whole house. And me and Adam wake up, we're just running around like crazy people because we're there's a fire.
Yeah.
There was no fire.
Well, obviously.
And the weirdest thing is, it just went off by itself. I come downstairs, and this was this morning. I come downstairs, and a stove burner is on.
Do you have the twisty ones?
Yes.
Okay.
And it was, on.
Did you just leave the stove on?
Katie, overnight? I don't know.
Did you cook last night?
I didn't cook anything last night. Adam made noodles, not on that particular stovetop. But I was Adam, did you leave the stove on? He's like, I really don't think I did. So clearly we have a ghost or someone that's trying to tell us something with fire.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, fire season. We're in our Aries.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, well, somebody wants me to know. Honestly, I started thinking about it so much that I Googled, what does fire mean as a spiritual sign?
Yeah.
It was new beginnings or something like that.
Well, it's new beginnings if the house burns down,
I don't know, but everything, I just feel like I can't breathe. Everything is, this video. We tried to record a video and we bought microphones. And they made the audio sound worse.
Okay, so are we entering Mercury retrograde next week?
I don't know.
So, but my morning, just to piggyback
This is Katie. This is Katie.
Yeah, just to piggyback off of this, because I didn't think this week was that bad, although I did have to spend my son's birthday watching Sallie's children because she was in the ER with another child of hers. So, like, not ideal. Like, I would have loved if all the cousins had celebrated his birthday.
I would have loved if Scott didn't have staples
to go
in it.
to go to the ER and get staples in his
Guys,
head.
and it was terrifying because I didn't go with him to gymnastics, so I didn't see it.
Yeah.
I received the call.
That's way worse.
That he hurt his head, he needed new clothes, and they were going to the ER to put staples in it. When I say I was a little rattled when I entered the hospital building, like, I know doctors and nurses are used to it, but I honestly was such a mess. Like,
yeah, I'm sure.
Such a mess. Heads bleed a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, like, his whole shirt was covered. It was so sad. And the doctor was like, heads just bleed. They bleed a lot. Like, it's good. It won't get infected because there's so much blood. But I just threw away the shirt because it just looked like, it honestly looked like somebody, like, cut off his head. Like, that's how much blood. It was
By the
so
way,
much
guys,
blood.
he's fine.
He's fine.
He's totally fine.
No, he's totally fine.
Okay.
They put the staples in. He thought it was a shot. And he went home. He had cake and ice cream in bed because of Katie's son's birthday. And honestly, the next day, he was, like, reared and ready to go. Like, he literally doesn't even feel it.
Yeah.
He does need to go back, though, and get his staples taken out in, like, 2 days. And that's going to be tough.
Totally. Well, I woke up this morning.
This is Katie talking.
And, again, the eclipse season is impacting all of us.
Does it impact anybody well?
I don't know. I don't know.
And I just want to say, I'm usually optimistic.
I really try to view all of the astrology stuff as positive, but, like, today was just one of those everything is an inconvenience days where I wake up, first off, I had a clear morning, and then somebody scheduled a last-minute morning meeting last night, and I was like, who does this?
At what time?
It was in the evening because I got it at evening time. And if I wasn't connected to my work phone at all times, which is a lot about
society,
this
is the problem.
Then I wouldn't have even seen it. So, anyways, it doesn't matter. They sent it last minute. And then...
their name is Brittany.
And their name is... This is a very specific person. No, it actually isn't.
You have brown eyes and blonde hair.
This is a shout out to you. No, it really isn't. But I would say, too, like, our company, although I never get to, you're supposed to be able to work from home on Fridays. So, like, respect, please. But, anyways, never get to do that. It's fine. So... Anyways, I get that meeting last minute, so then I set my alarm, and I go to bed, and in the morning, again, my dog runs away.
And Katie is used to this, because her dogs run away all the time.
And I make jokes about it all the time. Like, if somebody wants to keep her, just keep her. Because I can't continue chasing this dog. But it was physical exercise this morning, where I was like, I'm getting a nice little workout.
Oh, see, that's another reason Sallie, I'm in a bad mood, because I haven't been able to work out in, like, 3 weeks.
Oh, my gosh. Well,
it's very annoying to me.
Okay. So, continuing my
Oh my
story.
gosh.
Oh, good. Okay, so also we have a lamp that keeps flickering. In
like, whenever I say something, they agree with me. It's like the lamp is alive.
We think that there is an entity that follows Sallie, and it's probably a little ghost girl, and she likes...
we sound great.
She likes flickering the lights.
Yes, there's a light that always goes on and off when I'm at Katie's house.
So, anyways, while I'm trying to get my dog... I run through the process of getting her. I run through sprinklers going off.
Your jammies in the morning.
No.
And like you're like soaking wet, like almost like slow motion.
No.
No.
But it would have been hilarious if I was. But no, I was
like people were like thinking like she looks so sexy, but like really you were just like a mess.
I was wearing the clothes I was going to wear to work, which I ended up wearing to work, but it was a dress and I had heels on, and so. Didn't see the sprinkler system because it's dark out because I have an early morning meeting. So I'm running around in the dark.
Oh my God.
And I finally
Please tell me someone saw you.
The only way I got her to come to me was by bending down on my knees on the ground and being like, Red, please come here. And so like it looks like begging. I was begging her to come with me. And so when I finally get her in the house, I have to go dry myself off because I'm wet because I ran through sprinklers, and I don't have time to change because I'm running late to my meeting. And so I go upstairs and I'm just blow drying my hair real quick. And then I'm like, I have no idea where my car keys are. Oh my gosh, I lost my car keys. I don't know where they are. And so I call my partner and I'm like, my brain is like not working. And I'm like, where are my car keys? Do you know where my car? He's like, I don't remember seeing them. And I was like, I don't know.
Like, why would he know?
So then I don't know.
You're like, you're not in my house, but you need to find them.
I'm freaking out. So then I go, like, basically give up. Like, I'm like, I'm not going to work today.
Actually, I'm going to go back to bed.
But then, like, one last ditch effort of, like, I really want to go to work. I walk outside and the car's running. I forgot that I left.
Holy shit, Katie.
Yeah, I know. It's stupid.
Okay, so
then
no, I don't. Just Lord.
So then I like spent like a half hour looking for something that was in the car the whole time.
So there's somebody in your car.
So then I leave the house finally, and I already had texted my producer saying like I'm not gonna make this meeting, and luckily it wasn't a big deal, but. I'm driving away, and then I'm like, I don't have my work ID. I don't have my purse. Like, I literally just got in the car to go.
Oh, yep.
And didn't remember anything, so I had to turn around and grab it. And then I get to work, and luckily the meeting wasn't a big deal. They're like, it was done in 5 minutes. It's nothing. But then I get there, and
isn't that so annoying, though?
Nobody was at work today. Like, it was...
Because you get Fridays off.
It was us, too, because everybody else was working from home. And I was like, the amount of, like, acrobatics that I just did to get here...
Also, it's, like, 45-minute drive.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. And then I was like, I don't know how I feel right now.
So, okay. So, I just want to say, I had been texting a couple people, like, friends and moms in the neighborhood, this week. And every single person I talked to... has said it's been a week.
It's been
yeah. So if anyone's having a good week out there, fuck you. No, I'm just kidding.
Just tell us about it, because what does that feel like? I honestly
also you must have a magical astrology or maybe a horrible life, and now everything's because I used to have a 2nd grade classroom that was so bad, and on full moons they were angels. It's like, so it's the opposite. You know what I mean? Because some teachers are like, full moons, kids are crazy, but mine would be like good, and I'd be like, what? So anyway. We're going to get into our topic today, our debatable topic. I'm going to keep this one pretty light because you just heard about this week. This probably isn't even recording right now, honestly.
Like, seriously, this is probably nothing. Yeah.
We're actually saying goodbye to
We'll see you guys after Eclipse season.
Oh my God, can you imagine? Peace out.
Well, because Mercury retrograde, I think, is coming up. Okay. So then it's like, that's all tech that's going
to At least we're in better moods. Last week we were in terrible moods. And like, we literally recorded the podcast and we're like...
I was in a bad mood this morning. This morning, I was like... also talking to my partner after he couldn't magically find my keys. and I was like, I need alone time.
He needs... Oh, I say that to Adam, like, every day. So.
And then now I'm, like, perfectly fine. Like, I can laugh about the inconveniences, but it's taken
you all day.
Okay, so we're going to switch the conversation a little bit. This is Sallie. I'm going to add in a conversation that Katie and I had a couple weeks ago when we were talking to each other about signs, miracles, and manifestation. I just thought it would tie in nicely because we were talking about the eclipse and everything going wrong. I've heard that during eclipse season, it's not necessarily the best time to manifest, but I wanted to share our thoughts on manifestation because it is a big part of our lives. Manifestation is a ritual that we do, and we'll share how we do it. But essentially, it's the power of prayer and asking the universe or God or whatever you believe in for what you want. And I'm going to add that clip in here, and hopefully that'll round out this episode of Twin Study After Dark. Thank you.
Do you believe miracles exist?
Yeah.
Okay. That's it?
I mean, I believe in miracles because I believe I've seen miracles.
Okay.
Through you.
So my life has miracles.
Don't
steal my material.
I'm not going to steal your story, but I do think when Sallie went through her second round of adoption, there was so much that happened that aligned for these beautiful baby girls to come into her life that it was witnessing a miracle.
Yeah.
For me, being on the outside.
So I think about two you hear stories of people who are, like, severely ill, and they're, like, healed all of a sudden, or, like, they've gotten better, or they've beaten the odds.
Yeah.
I mean, that's nothing short of a miracle.
And especially when it comes down to, like, positive attitude or outlook or something they're doing, and it does not make sense medically.
Yes. Yeah.
It's, like, wild.
Or I know we have, like, I mean, you have a friend who has gotten in a car accident that should have killed him.
Yeah.
And
I think those things, we have protection to a degree, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think, too, in this realm, I would perceive them as a miracle. Yeah. Like, things that don't make sense, but somehow they worked out.
Well, and I think that's a really interesting way to think about miracles, is it's something that does not make sense in this realm.
I think I put it...
in this existence.
But how I put it in my brain is, if you once believed...
it couldn't happen,
but it does.
Yeah.
And, like, I think I used to think miracles only happened in movies. That was the thing. I was like, oh my God, all these cute little rom-coms.
I once believed people only did cocaine in movies.
Oh, wow. Oh. Then you went to art school.
Yeah.
So, we had very different college experiences.
But that's such a interesting statement, though. It's something you believe that could not happen.
And maybe it's because we were born and raised, I feel like, in a society in Wisconsin that not a lot of people made their dreams a reality either, I don't think. Do you know what I mean? I mean, a lot of our friends did, but did you see people, like, accomplish their dreams or talk about the miracles that were happening in their life?
I remember when I expressed wanting to do what I do now and people making fun of me for it.
Yeah.
It was just, like, a joke to everybody.
Yeah.
And that sucked.
But it's like, it was kind of like a miracle for you.
It was, but it wasn't, because I always knew it was going to happen. So that's the difference there, is I feel like there are paths that you take and you knew, or you know, and you've manifested it, or you just knew it. It was always in your soul's path to do it. And I feel like...
But you felt it in your heart.
I knew it in my heart it was going to happen the entire time.
Okay, so I recently heard something and it took my breath away. I thought it was so beautiful, it gave me tears.
Oh.
Yeah, but it was saying, if you have something on your heart, like something that you're praying for daily, like you just are praying for it so hard, it's because there is a version of you that already knows it exists.
I've also heard it's a version, and thinking that maybe you're a soul split up into different dimensions.
Yeah.
You're doing it somewhere else already.
No, and that's the thing. It's like, if it's heavy on your heart, if it's something that you're constantly wanting, it's because you already know you've done it.
You've
like,
got
you can
it.
do it.
It's yours.
It's
already
exactly because
yours.
you don't have that.
You don't have to
but
worry
I
about
wish somebody would have told me that when I was, like, dying to be a mother, because I really, on my heart, I honestly would have, like, talks with God or angels, and I'd be like, I hate you. Why is this on my heart? I want this so bad, and it's not working. Yeah. And I think I'd tell my younger self today, honey, if it's on your heart for that badly, like desperation,
I don't wanna, like,
it's because it's yours.
I don't want to skip content too much, but I want this to be, like, a good flow conversation, just natural. Mm-hmm. But, like, that reminds me of when... if you start, like, minimizing your dreams and what you want because you feel like you're asking for too much from the universe or you don't deserve something, don't do that. Because there was a time when Sallie would say, I really want another child, but I just feel like it's going to be 2, but I don't want to ask the universe for that because you felt greedy.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, say, I have 2 babies out there. Where are they?
Yeah.
And, like, sure enough.
So it's crazy because, so the story of, honestly, building my family, that's why I wrote a book, because it really felt like a movie. In hindsight, I was like, oh my God, I got a movie moment in my life. Like, that's crazy. But yeah, when we went through our second round of adoption, so we already had my oldest daughter through adoption, my son was biological, and we were in the second round of adoption, there were just so many crazy signs that made sense, but I'll stick with miracles being our topic right now. Well, Katie at the time was telling me, she's like, you need to manifest on new moons. Like, every new moon, you need to take time to yourself, light some candles.
And I totally recommend that for everybody, by the way.
Well, I mean, now I do too. Because this part I didn't put in my book because, honestly, I put so much jam-packed information in it that this seemed like even more crazy. Like, I was like, this sounds insane. But on the new moon, before I got the call about the twins, I literally, like, did what Katie said. I turned off all the lights in my bathroom.
Keep in mind, not everybody listening knows that you have adopted twins. I think that's self-explanatory.
Yeah. Okay. So, anyway, we were in our second round of adoption. We really, really had come to our wit's end, honestly. We had basically given up, really thinking it was going to work out for us. We had, it had been about 2 years, and we had also used a lot of our funds. So
you had no money left.
It was like a very impossible feeling situation. And I told myself after this new moon, because Katie said you need to manifest what you want on the new moon. I told myself after that new moon, I was going to let it go. I was like, this is my last ditch effort to the universe, because like Adam and I were so worn thin. We were ready to just move on. We had been trying to get pregnant too. So it felt like we were failing on both ends.
But it also was like, let's refocus on the family we do have.
Yes.
Like,
no, there was a lot of going into why I was like, I'm going to be done after I manifest, on this new moon. And which honestly is so funny, because they say when you manifest, you need to let it go. They say manifest and let it go. Let the universe take hold. And I will say I'm not very good at that.
Well, it's hard because sometimes they think when people are manifesting, they focus on what they're not getting. And then it turns out you're actually manifesting what you're not getting by focusing so hard on it. Yeah. So you need to like put it out there and really like let that
go.
Shit go. Yeah.
Because the universe is strong. And I honestly think the only reason I could let go after this manifestation was because I was done. Yeah. I gave up.
Yeah.
So like when people are like, I can't give up, it's like, no, you can, because someone's looking out for you.
There's also just peace in knowing if you trust the universe and everything that's operating around you. And I think it can take some people more, like it's taken me forever to get there, right?
Yeah.
But if you could do that and you can manifest something and let it go, that's the peace you're going to get.
Yeah.
Like you did what you could.
Yeah. So, okay, so back to my story. So the bathtub. So it was a new moon. I turned off all the lights in my bathroom. I lit candles. The kids were like sleeping, and I like went in my bathtub and like turned on some like nice music, like I don't know, something like meditative yoga type music or whatever. Anyway, and Katie was like, you just need to like imagine it like it's already real. I think I said something along the lines of, and she said, say the craziest thought you can think of, like ask for what you deeply want, like something so embarrassing you wouldn't even tell others, but like say it out loud.
Yeah.
And so it was embarrassing at the time, because we in my mind I was like, we're failing to even get one baby, but in my heart I was like, I want 2 more babies. Like, so in my out loud to myself in the tub, I was like, thank you, God, for all the miracles you've given me. And I said, thank you for the babies I'm going to receive. I know that there's going to be 2 babies coming to me. They're going to be coming to me soon, and they're going to be the perfect additions to my family. I know that they're happy and safe. And like I always said a prayer, like, please protect them and wrap them in angel wings and keep them safe and warm or whatever. Know my love. But anyway, I let it go after that. And like 2 weeks later, we got a call that we were matched with someone. And I didn't know it at the time, but they ended up being twins.
I know.
Hi everyone, it's Sallie. We're going to leave our story there for today and pick up next week on Twin Study After Dark. If you've enjoyed our podcast today, please rate, review, and subscribe. We'll meet again next week for more Twin Studies. Bye.